We are now live.
We are live. DJ
I don't know if we got
UncleTone.
sound effects, but if we don't, if we do, that's oh, we do. Yes, yes, we do. Yes, we do.
Yes. Check one, check two.
Live,
Check one, check two.
live, and in fucking effect from the Smile 69 Network Show with the lovely Precenda,
I love you, baby.
the lovely Precenda, and
love
also the mastermind DJ UncleTone.
Behind it all, DJ
This
UncleTone.
man is a true mastermind.
He really
Got a
is.
whole web of his own, just intertwining shit together.
For real, for real.
I have to say, several of the people who I've even had on the show is due to this man right here.
Very true.
If it wasn't for Uncle Tone, not half,
If it
all
wasn't-
of the people
if it
who've
wasn't
been
for
on my
you.
show wouldn't be
Well,
If it wasn't for you, we
Okay.
wouldn't be here.
here. Okay?
We're here
Great
because
stuff.
of you.
Great stuff. Oh my God.
talk about it.
We're here because of you.
Yes, so good things, yes. So we have a topic we want to talk about today.
Uh-huh.
Knowing your position.
Play
I'm
your
excited.
position.
Knowing and playing. Sorry, let me clear that up. Not knowing your position, but playing your position.
Play your position.
And this goes for males and also females.
It's universal.
Now, I like to do the negative before the positive.
Okay.
So, what are some examples of people not playing their position? And what does that normally lead to?
Okay. Well, I can say this first. It leads to chaos.
Yes.
All right?
Yes, it does.
Not playing your position means that you know what a man or a woman's position is, and you act out of order. Like calling the spouse or partner
Baby mama.
right?
Yeah.
Calling
Contacting
the dude, of the woman that you see.
Or
and
even calling them at the wrong time. They
No.
could not even be in a relationship. Even if they're like at work or something like that and you show out.
can I just say this? Calling never. Stop fucking calling people. Stop that. It's one thing if you
Right. Wait
are
till they
seeing
call
someone,
you.
just to give them some background, right? It's one thing to not know that somebody is connected, living with, or married.
And even
But
if
once
do
you
right-
find out
Right.
and you decide to stay, you
It's
make the
on you.
decision to stay, that's on you.
Yeah.
And that means that you play your position accordingly.
Hell fucking yeah.
And you and I talked about this. We've been on both sides,
Oh, I was talking about that.
right?
Because I know what it's like to be someone who is in a relationship and having a union with someone.
Me
And
too.
I also know what it's like to deal with someone and I'm not in a union with them.
Full disclosure, I never talk too much about my personal life,
Me
but I've been
neither.
on both sides.
I completely understand. both
And
sides.
I played my position.
I never.
I
I had dudes who would be in full blown relationships who were married, and they would contact me like, "You don't call me.
No,
You damn right I don't call you.
I fucking don't.
You're married. Why would I be calling you?"
I've been in a relationship with somebody, and this next bitch calling me. This is my only thought. I go to him and I'm like, you need to make that fucking stop happening. Because I have shit to do. And I don't have time to even wait in. You better
Right.
tell that bitch something.
Yeah.
Because I'm going to deal with you however I'm going to deal with you.
Yeah.
We're going to deal with that in a minute.
So now, but what position are we playing here?
Depends on where you are.
Right, because there's several positions. I would say to clarify what the positions are. There's the girlfriend position,
Right,
wife position,
right.
and baby mama
Side
position,
bitch position.
and baby mama
Baby
position.
mama position. Right.
And a friendship position.
Okay.
Because those positions do exist as well.
Good point. I never thought about it.
Sometimes people are just friends. That's as far as they go. And even when it comes to the males, there's a side nigga position.
Yep.
There's a husband position.
Stay where you belong.
There's a hubby position.
Stay where you belong.
And there's a boyfriend position.
Get where you need to be.
Yeah, stay in line.
Stay in line.
So I personally feel like people know what their positions are, but they like to change that based on their feelings.
So you think emotions start playing into shit?
Absolutely.
Oh, the E's and the F's?
But you
Emotions and feelings?
Emotions
Yes.
and feelings.
Emotions and feelings.
E's
Tone, I
and
like the way you
F's.
put
I
that.
like
E's and the
that.
F's.
E's
Don't you
and
like
F's.
the way you put that?
E's
The
and the
E's
F's.
and
Emotions
the
and
F's.
feelings.
The E's and the F's are out here right now.
Now let me ask you a question.
Yes.
So, playing your position, is it wrong to say, okay, well, you're in a side piece position. What is that position exactly?
Bitch, you know you a side piece.
Gunshots.
Look,
Does the side piece have say so?
this is where you are as a side
Okay.
piece.
You're
You
on,
peeking
you're
around
on
corners.
the side. See, people
Vanessa,
forgot
look at me, look at me.
You're not the entree.
This is where you are. You side. You on the
right
side.
here, on the side.
Get where you belong.
On the side.
That means calm down. Calm the fuck
Right.
down.
But I feel like also it depends. It could also sometimes depends on the connection between those two people. Now,
Good point.
sometimes when it comes to even being a side piece or in a side or friendship, whatever you guys determine it as, it really is. Okay, shout out to Chris. I don't know, context, we got context. But yes, it really is determined by those two people. You know, so when somebody's in a side position, it's up to those two people to say, hey, okay, we're fucking. Hey, we're not fucking. Hey, we're only giving each other oral. Or, hey, I see you on weekends. Like,
Right.
it's a different understanding. Sometimes people have extensive relationships with their side pieces. Sometimes people have very short relationships with their side pieces. So I feel like when it comes to that, it's still determined up to those very two partners. But whatever boundaries that was already set forth, that's what the requirements are.
I'm
so
glad-
once you step over that, now you're fucking up.
I'm glad
Well,
that you said
that's
that.
E's and F's in playing your
Emotions
E's
and
F's
feelings.
when playing your position.
But I'm glad that she said that because it is true. You can be in a position where you are the side piece. And it does get more emotional.
Yeah.
And you know you mean more to this person than
Or
either
you
one
think
of you.
mean- You think you mean.
Well, I'm going to speak on like how you just explained it.
Yeah.
You know that you mean more to this person than it started out to be for either one of you.
That's true.
Really. Because that could be the case.
Yeah.
This turned out to be way more than you thought this was going to be.
That's true.
It got
'Cause that can happen.
it got extremely E and F.
Right.
Right? It got extremely E and F. But even with that, you still know your position.
Right. You know.
You know what I mean? Like whichever side you're on, you know, I'm not trying to fuck up that person's home life. They're not trying to fuck up my home life. Even though we're feeling this emotional about each other.
We know
and
what
we know we're
exists.
emotional about each other, but we know what exists in this parameter. Let's everybody play their position.
Hello.
Now here's my question: is there a difference between, let's say, a married man, right?
Right?
Between the side piece and the mistress?
Ooh.
Ooh.
Yes. Big differences.
Because I tend to believe that the mistress would be the girlfriend outside of the wife. Like,
Yes.
Well, yeah.
you're
The mistress
taking care
has
of that.
girlfriend responsibilities, but she's still not a wife, and she's still not a girlfriend.
Right.
But she's not a side piece because she's not treated as loosely
Right.
as a side piece.
Because a side piece is treated real loose.
Yeah.
A mistress is someone you care about.
But then I also now I feel like a lot of the terms that people use are interchangeable. Because in a sense, sometimes people may have a mistress and they like there's dudes who have, you know, side pieces and they treat their side pieces like some people would consider a wife. There's
Sometimes.
it really all depends up to the individuals. But the literal terms of these, like the way it's supposed to go, yes. A
Right.
side piece and a mistress, they have two different roles.
Two
The
different
mistress
responsibilities.
acts as if she is a girlfriend, but she knows she's not.
Right.
Yes, I'm gonna call you back, Chris. But yes, she acts as if she's like the wife, but she's not. You know, like she has those tendencies, she has that girlfriend experience, but she's not going to still ever take over those boundaries
Or step on toes.
the wife, or you know whoever that person is in that union.
Now, reverse the roles in the dude, right? Let's say the
Side
dude.
niggas are harder to deal with than
Yes,
side
they
bitches.
are. I'm sorry.
I have to be very honest about that.
Side niggas get very angry.
Side niggas are angry, they're aggressive,
They're mad.
they're sometimes mad.
If they think you dating
So
other
now,
niggas.
so now, hold on. So now,
yeah,
if,
you got
if-
other side niggas, they mad, like they not a side nigga.
so if the side nigga, so you got a husband
yes.
and you
Or
got
boyfriend. Or live in.
or boyfriend.
whatever the
Is this
situation. The
is-
union,
he's
the
a
union.
is he a mister? He's not a mistress.
He's a mister.
He's a mister.
And he's angry.
But then is the mister treated better than the side piece?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Because
You give him more respect.
right, he gets more respect, and also there's things that he has access to that the side pieces won't okay.
Yep.
Like side pieces or, you know,
There's certain things you won't do sexually with a side piece that you
Right.
will do with your mister.
With the mister.
Thank you.
Oh, the mister gets it all.
Not all. For me, I mean, for me.
Most of it,
And I
though.
always say it's based on the individual because every individual has their own restrictions.
Right.
Every individual has their own boundaries and things that they set up. Now, I'll say for me, for example, raw sex is not for the mister. Raw sex is not for the side piece.
No.
Raw sex for me is for the hubby.
For me
The
too.
hubby.
The hub.
Or the
husband,
main.
The main, the union.
For me too.
That person that I'm.
Like you're my
man.
main dude.
That's who we are.
Yeah.
Now.
So the main gets raw sex, the husband gets raw sex.
Man gets raw sex and head.
Right.
Mistress may the mister or mistress, whatever, you know, mister may get head.
Right.
Now,
But I'm
when it
not
comes down-
obligated.
I'm not obligated. Now the side piece doesn't get head at all.
At all.
So you're not giving the side piece head.
At all.
At all.
At all.
You don't get head.
Like
The
ever.
mister gets head.
He might,
The husband gets head. Now
The mister might, based on like, you know,
based on
how
how
he
much of a
behaves.
mister is. Yeah, right.
and how much of a
Because the
mister.
mister can always be bumped down to the side.
He can.
Yeah,
He can get bumped up
Oh,
to
so how can he get bumped?
he can get bumped.
just based on his behavior.
Yeah. If he decides to call somebody's house,
Oh my
he
God.
decides to show the hell up.
How would he have the
Oh
house
my
number
God.
and the address?
Well, that's for people who are messy. I
Right.
don't play them games.
Right.
And that's also out. And this is another thing that I have as well. I do feel like people who are going to engage in multiple relationships, they have to have more control into how they operate to prevent situations from occurring. Now, you can still have crazy people out there
Right.
who can, you
Oh,
know,
people crazy.
People are still crazy.
Crazy,
you know,
crazy, shit
Right.
crazy.
crazy motherfuckers
Shit's
out
crazy.
there. It's still crazy motherfuckers out there who, you know, overstep boundaries and
Right.
jump over leaps to do things that are really unethical. But most of the time, if you are someone who is of a certain stature, it is your responsibility to keep control of the situations because if you have a lot to lose, you're gonna make sure that things are in order so you don't lose it.
Well, based on what you just said, like just for me because of the way people operate now,
Yeah.
I will only have sex with you at my house.
Okay,
I'm not having
fine.
sex with you at your house. I don't know what the fuck goes on where you at.
And I'm in a space now where I'm like, I only want to have sex at your house. That's me. Now.
Oh, see, now I'm the opposite
That's
because
my
you know
thing.
I watch Discovery
I
ID.
wanna go to your house.
if you're a side piece, you're not having sex at his house.
That's the point,
And that's why I'm not a side piece.
right?
right. You're,
Right.
You may be the main or the mistress. You can
I-
have sex at his house.
And you know what? And honestly, as if you're somebody who's moving in a certain way, that's how you're gonna determine how you're moving. For me, I know that if I'm dealing with somebody, I'm dealing with someone in a serious way.
So do you only have sex at their house? See, I find that very creepy now.
Yeah. I mean, my thing is this also, like, if you get bumped up to being a real main, then you come
Right.
to my house. Then you come. You come to
Maybe
my
because
house.
I have a
gotta
doorman.
I gotta see your house first.
Right. See,
I
I don't
have to see your
trust
house
any of that.
first.
And Vanessa,
Then you can come to my house.
you know this about me. I watch Discovery ID. There'll be nothing's happening at your fucking house because I don't know what the fuck's up with where you at. I know where all my shit
They
is.
killing people
I'm
on
at-
Discovery ID.
That's my point, right? So, you know, because niggas film women now doing whatever,
do.
I don't even feel free enough to be me if
At
you
somebody
are
else's
the
house.
mister at somebody else's house.
That I understand.
Now,
No, if I'm the mister,
if
I'm
you-
coming to your house with my gun.
if you are
Early.
that's what I'm
Early.
talking about.
Early.
Yes.
Like, listen,
Sexy like
gun
a
in hand.
motherfucker.
I'm
Bring the
sorry.
gun in hand.
I'm sorry. I'm the mister what?
Sexy.
I'm shooting me a nigga
You
tonight.
goddamn
You
right.
understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
Fuck that.
What?
I let
Old
me catch
school.
my pants down. Fuck
I
outta
like
here.
that. You are not gonna be caught with your pants down. That's what I'm talking about.
Shout out to Gallagher. He always mentions that he doesn't want to have sex without any.
Wow, I
clothes on.
thought
He
about
doesn't
him
wanna-
too.
That's the only person I ever heard mention that shit. That doesn't want to have like be butt naked.
'Cause he
If they
right.
don't want to worry about.
They don't want to be caught
having
out there
clothes on
like
their
that.
pants and
He
shit
right.
like that.
He right. He right.
Yeah.
See, I'm the female version of that.
Really?
Like, yeah. Like that's why I can't go to your house. Cause I'm
You know,
uncomfortable.
sadly, I'm willing to fight with my titties out.
Not me.
I'm kind of willing. to
I'm
do
not gonna do that.
And I have to be honest. I was in a situation.
Oh, full disclosure.
I have to be honest. This was back in my days where I was making money.
Right.
Yes. And I'll never forget this. This was in Crown Heights.
Okay.
I forgot the name of that street, but it's a street, like it's a two-way street.
Don't name streets, girl.
Yeah, I won't name streets.
Okay.
I won't name streets, you guys. I will not be naming streets.
Don't name streets.
But yes, I was dealing with someone who was taking great care of me financially. At
Right.
the time, and his girlfriend or whoever it was, wife, or I don't know what she was then. I didn't know. She came home.
Oh, see, that's my nightmare.
Yeah, she came home. Oh,
You
shit.
just described my nightmare.
And it was a nightmare for me. Like I have to be honest. This was two situations. It was two situations very
I
similar.
can't.
Two different outcomes. One was at East New York. One was at Crown Heights. This is Vanessa revealing her true tales. Yes. So yes, I was in two situations. The first situation was in Crown Heights. It was a much more pleasant situation than the situation happened in East New York. I'll say that much.
Well,
But yes. So
surprise,
I was,
surprise.
Right. So I was in the bed. Me and him were doing what we adults do in
Right.
the bed, and his girlfriend, whoever she is, came home, and
No.
she started yelling out his name. What the f are you doing?
No.
Da, 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 da. I was literally under the covers. He just
Were you
finished eating
naked?
I wasn't fully naked. Fully naked. He just finished eating my pussy. Like
Oh my
fully naked.
God.
And his girlfriend, whoever it was,
No.
she was just like, I don't know, what the fuck are you doing in here? Da, da, da. But I liked how she handled it because her energy was focused on him.
Damn right.
Because I gave her that look like, bitch, I wish you would touch me. I'll fight you with my titties out right now.
Oh shit.
That was my
Damn.
mindset. At that, I was young, so I was wild.
Hey, Tom.
She said, I wish
I
you
will-
would.
I wish you
Put my
would.
titties out.
Because
Yeah.
I'll fight you.
Because I was
With
totally-
my titties
right,
out.
Because at first I was, like when she came in, I was under.
Dear God.
Because I guess maybe she had a key or something like that. You know them apartment buildings.
Right.
So she came in. It was a long ass hallway. So she came in. She's like, "What the fuck are you doing?" And I was underneath the covers, and I had the little sheet.
Right.
So I pulled the sheet over as she was talking. But I'm not stupid. So as she's yelling at this nigga,
Right.
I'm getting my shit together.
You know it.
And I'm just still, as I'm getting my shit together, I'm watching her across the room because I'm like, let this bitch leap over. I'm fucking this hoe up.
Wait.
With my titties out.
But we stopped listening as soon as you said, I'll fight you with my titties
my
out.
Because as soon as she came in
I didn't hear
yelling,
shit after that.
I
Tom.
looked her dead in her
She
eye.
might beat her with her titties.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like, imagine you get beat by the woman with her titties out. That's
Honestly,
not good.
I was in the space where I was willing to do it. Like, your man is in here spending hella money on me. I
Right.
don't mind that. But that's not my problem.
Right.
And bitch, I didn't know that you even
That
gonna
you
come
even
in here.
existed,
That-
right.
That shit doesn't matter.
See, but you just described my nightmare. That's why I only have sex at my house. Because I'm not gonna fight no bitch with my titties out, but I can't be asked to leave with my ass out.
Well, I wasn't gonna do that either. I knew where my clothes were.
That's what I'm saying. It's a
I was
lot
in a
more.
Yeah, it is, and you gotta
It's a
be-
lot to put together when you're a woman trying
It
to.
is a lot. You know what?
Like,
I did.
you know.
I gathered all my shit. My shit was in a certain area. I gathered all my shit as she was yelling at this nigga.
Right.
Gathered all my shit. It was a long hallway.
Right.
I walked down the hallway. I literally got dressed at the door and walked outside and got in my car and left with my money.
See, but
With your money.
with your money. But
Now here's my thing, right?
Go.
And she was still yelling at him. And he tried to call me the next day.
But she should focus on him.
I mean, well, he's spending money. He
Absolutely.
could call, right?
Yeah, you know.
I mean, well, yeah, I
I
agree.
mean,
I didn't answer. After
I
that,
mean-
I've never seen him again. Ever
But he
after
can
that day.
call though,
He can
because
call.
He
Why
did
not?
call, and I was like, how dare you call?
nobody can call.
But he did get that little silly grin look on his face, like, like I felt like he was happy to be in some shit. Type
Oh
shit.
my God, he's
Like,
so
that
thrilled.
was yeah, that felt like that was a little.
Tone,
throw for
that
him
said
to
a
say.
lot, didn't it?
So that was another reason why I never answered his phone. Like he didn't seem so surprised the fuck that she showed up.
At all.
That's what I didn't like.
Okay,
He
that's.
wanted to get caught.
That's
Yeah.
what I thought. That's what I started.
He
to
wanted
think.
to get caught.
Or he's excited that he did it. Maybe that's what gets him off.
He's like,
Yeah.
hey.
But I was
Hey.
glad
Caught.
that she was a grown woman. She focused on him.
She should.
His
She-
dumb
you
ass
know.
probably like, you should have joined in.
You
I
know
think
what?
That's how he was looking in a sense. Like I don't know. Like I got so tight that
Well,
day. I was, like, I
Tone,
was so pissed off that
what are
day.
your thoughts,
So what
DJ
are your
Uncle
thoughts?
Tone?
Yes. Any experiences?
I don't have those experiences.
Okay,
believe it or
good,
not.
good.
Do not have those
Because
experiences.
you just keep it like straight up
the,
in
the
a bubble.
closest I probably came was one time in college,
Uh-huh.
and that's it.
And that's it.
That's it. And it wasn't even a. I think I was talking to the girl on the campus,
Ah.
and her boyfriend pulled up and jumped out on her.
Oh, shit.
He went straight for her. Didn't
There
even
you
bother
go.
Yeah,
me.
go for the spouse.
Right.
That's the one you
He
should go
jumped
for.
out, and you know me, I was like, oh, well, you got
Don't you
caught.
fucking talk to
All
me.
right, see you
See
later.
ya.
Don't you dare talk to me.
No, don't talk to me at all.
I don't get it.
That's also my mindset as well. If you are a man,
But you just described why I don't have sex at other people's house. Because I can't fight you bottomless or topless. I won't do that.
honestly, I used to think like that, but until I got in that moment and I realized that this lady was coming, I mean, I call her bitch because she was nice how she handled it.
Right.
She came in and she was yelling. That was when I realized I don't got no fucking clothes on.
Right.
I'm gonna have to fight this bitch if I have to.
Now just
And
for,
then you know, like certain times, like a certain level of crazy kicks in.
man, oh man.
Sometimes when it needs to.
Right then and there would be the
crazy
moment.
level just kicked in. Like if this bitch touched me, I'm gonna fuck out with my titties.
And just for,
like that's
I love that that's where your head went.
That's where it went.
And can I just say, for the sake of all the stories going forward, we're going to be using the word bitches, but we don't mean no disrespect. We just
No
saying for the
disrespect.
sake of the stories.
We just talking
Because
about
I
women.
don't have time to, like, and
Not
bitches,
disrespect. I've been
bitches
called
could
bitch.
be the men or the women.
Hello.
Am I right? Am I right? Because as a dude, you need to play your position as well.
Mm-hmm.
If I tell you straight up that you are not the only person that I'm seeing, right? And that whatever else I got going on in my life is
Doesn't
what it
involve
is.
your ass.
It don't involve you.
Hello.
And nigga, calm down.
Please.
Calm down.
Please.
Or even if I don't, well, this is how I roll. You don't get no explanation because I pay the rent. So I don't have to explain shit
Hello.
to anybody
Yes.
because I hold my own. So, and I hold my own so that I don't have to explain
Explain
to
shit to
anybody.
nobody. Hello.
So you can take it however you want to take it.
That's what we were talking about too as well. Like
You
I
can
feel
feel-
like niggas, if you're not taking care of me, you
Sorry.
don't have a right. You don't have
But-
a leg to stand on.
At all.
You can ask me what I'm
At
doing.
all.
And if I respond to you, that is a courtesy to your ass.
That means that I care about you because I'm even
and
responding.
I'm not obligated.
But I'm not obligated to do any of it. I'm really, really not. You know.
Agreed.
But I'm finding that, you know, men now really don't get that setup.
But you know what's crazy? I feel like a lot of men feel entitled.
Of course they
They
do.
have no reason to be.
None.
You don't pay none of these bills.
Nope.
You don't contribute to any of these
Nope.
things. But you feel entitled for me to respond.
And
to
I
you?
will tell you what
Get
this
the fuck
is
outta
about because they feel like, you know, because there is a sexual component to this, that they're way more important in your life than they
They actually
actually
are.
are. So here's what they like to blame it on. Oh, all y'all care about is like money and the financial aspect. You
No.
goddamn right. Because
But it's not all about the money.
It
like,
isn't.
You don't have to give me money in my hand, but if you take care of a bill, hey,
I
you
explained
got
it.
a leg to stand on with it.
I explained it to a gentleman just recently. I said, listen, you know, because I'm older than you. I said, back in the day, any dude that you were seeing that cared about you at all just simply took care of certain things.
Because he cared.
Even if he wasn't your man, they didn't even need to be qualified as a side piece. But on your birthday, he brought you gifts. If you were, you know, having a financial crisis that week, you could call that dude and be like, baby,
need
listen,
this.
I need. And they would show, now this ain't your side piece or your mister or your man. So something happened between then and now.
Yeah, because guys feel like they
And
gotta be.
you know what? This guy had me thinking like, okay, because he was like, that never existed. I'm like, no, I know that niggas used to treat me that way. Like, seriously. So I went to one of the old school dudes in my building. I put him on speaker. Because this dude trying to make me think I'm crazy, right?
Right.
So I said to Fred, Fred, right? Didn't this dude used to exist? He said, oh, always. He said, because if this was a woman that you were having sex with at all that you cared about, you ain't gonna let nothing happen to her.
Right.
And I was like, don't even say no more to this raggedy nigga. So Fred was concerned about my welfare. He was like, I hope you ain't fucking with this nigga. I'm like, no, I'm not. I was just trying to give this nigga an example.
Right.
Because he said this
Let's be
didn't
clear.
exist.
Let's
And
just
I
make
wanted to
this
prove to
clear.
him that it did. Because he swore up and down that dudes did not behave this way.
Wow.
And I'm like,
Well,
yes,
it's a
they
new energy.
did.
There's a lot of niggas who like, I don't know, and maybe it could be also females abusing things in certain ways as well. I could say it's both. But there's a lot of guys who feel like I ain't spending no money on no bitch. I'm not
And
coming
why
out of
would
pocket.
they?
I'm like, you know what? Well, you ain't fucking with me.
But
then.
why would they? Because.
And then you got bitches out here like, oh, I want to get flued out.
But why would they? Because
all
they're
kinds of shit.
stunting with for nothing.
You got bitches fucking outside, all kind of shit for no reason.
All out in the car,
it's
in the
kinda
alley,
like-
in the whatever.
When niggas do come along, I kind of get it, but I just let these.
No,
niggas
I
know
get
I'm
it.
not that bitch.
Now, I'm not doing it.
Yeah,
but
I'm
I
not that
get
bitch,
it.
But I understand why you acting like that.
But I get it.
I'm just not that bitch.
Yeah, I'm not that either.
There we go.
But I get it.
Yeah, absolutely.
But if you are in that spot, you certainly do need to know how to play your position.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
You should play your position.
Now my question is, what is the position? Like, what's the difference between the positions of like wives and stuff today, or like hubbies today, versus maybe 20 or 30 years ago? Like, what's the difference in those positions now? Like, is it harder to maintain those positions?
I would say that there is no difference. You know, I'll just use the women in my family for example, right? My mom, she wasn't having none of
Sally.
that shit. Sally wasn't just.
Shout out to Sally.
She was on some different shit. Period. So we can't even bring my mama into this, cause
I
that
can't bring my
bitch
mama into this either.
was
okay?
because you know what? They share a birthday.
Oh yes, I
You
forgot
about that.
Oh my
Your
God.
mother and my mother
They
share a
do.
birthday.
I so forgot about that.
So them
shit.
bitches are crazy.
Yes.
And they on
Bat
some
shit.
other shit.
Bat shit
And
crazy.
you can't even include them in any equation.
They're always the.
That's how
exception
crazy
to the
they
rule.
are. Tone, that's how crazy these two goddamn women are.
But I just wanted to know, like, what's the difference between back in the day and the now?
I think
Back in the day, what?
Like back in the day, if somebody was, even for side pieces, what's the difference between side pieces 20 years ago and side pieces today?
Well,
Or
back,
husbands 20 years ago?
Well-
well,
Husbands
back
today.
then, you figure, and I gotta, you know, I had an uncle, a few uncles, and a few friends that had whole side
families. Hello.
Okay, not
Wait,
just
no,
a
no,
side
no.
piece,
Hello.
like side family. That's the difference.
What's that comedian
And-
that has a show on NBC? And he says at the end of his comedy special, he was like, you know, well, what if, you know, your dad has a side family and you discover you are that side family?
Oh,
Which he found out they were the side
They were the
family.
side family.
shit,
Even
yeah.
though he was married to his mother, they were still the side family. Because that other family
Was the real family.
was the real family.
Ah,
Listen,
shit.
I got 12 brothers and sisters.
So there you go.
Okay,
And my father has,
and I'm my mother's only son.
well, my father has 5 girls.
Oh, shit.
Me and my sister are the only 2 out of the marriage.
Oh, shit.
Count if you want to.
You know,
If
but
you
back
want to.
but back then, you know, men were a little different. They don't make men a certain way.
No, you
anymore.
don't.
They don't.
No, they don't.
So, you know,
Do you think that dudes now would be able to maintain side families in this society? Like, see, back then you could have a whole side family because you know social
Listen,
media wasn't
no,
involved.
you
no
can't.
YouTube, like.
you can't. Nowadays, it's not possible because
No.
let's say dude A, right?
Yeah.
He got his main broad and his side chick, right? His side chick got another main dude
Well,
and a
That's
side
cool.
dude.
Yeah, that's a whole
Well,
other thing. Yeah.
Right?
I forgot about that shit.
Now she got 5 baby daddies.
Yep.
None of them in the picture. Who they got 5 other baby mamas.
Right.
Oh, that's just so messy.
Y'all wanna
It's
hear
just
crazy
messy.
ass-
And these dudes is not.
Nope.
You got a certain quality of men. It's like, okay, I'm gonna be a father of my child. I'm
Right.
gonna do what I gotta do.
There's
We're
some
gonna
niggas
rock
pop and
out.
go.
Right.
Right, but other dudes is popping and going. You know,
Yeah.
because nobody, you're not gonna get even from a side or a mistress point of view, you're not gonna get the stability of a solid dude
True.
anymore. And I'm not knocking nobody, right?
It's just a different
But
breed.
but at the end of the day, it's a different breed, and it's all about fucking.
Yep.
Right?
I
Because
think that-
Good
you
point,
know,
Tom.
and I know you came up in a certain era, and yes, you know,
My
you
family
don't
represents that
you
era.
don't act like a millennial,
Right.
but you
I
are,
am a millennial.
but you are a millennial.
Technically, I am.
Come
yeah.
on, and you know from Backspace to Craigslist or whatever.
Yep.
It's more. These little girls
Yep.
is selling more pussy than ever.
Yes, they are.
Anybody ever.
Wait, Vanessa
Ever.
didn't even know that she was a millennial until we had a conversation one night.
I found out that I was.
And she
millennial
looked it up.
When we looked it
But
up.
you understand what I'm saying? Now
Yeah.
these girls that's
Yep.
selling, like, and you know, girlfriend experience, all that good stuff, right?
There's bitches
They
who
got
buy-
boyfriends.
Yeah, well,
Oh yes.
They got boyfriends
Well-
inside niggas, and they still
well,
selling
I know
box.
porn stars who passed children off to their husbands
see,
like it was their husband's child, and the baby come out looking like the nigga
Wait.
that's in the video.
y'all want to hear some crazy shit? My father's other daughters, right? That crazy bitch gave all of them the last name Griffin, even though when she had that first child by my father, he had not seen her since then. They were in a completely other fucking state.
And she gave her the name.
No, she took it upon herself.
Oh, get the.
These other kids had different daddies, not even the same daddies.
Oh God.
But she gave all of them my father's last name, even though it was proof positive that he wasn't nowhere near that
At
bitch.
the time.
Not even in the same fucking state.
Oh
my father was in
God.
Atlanta and she was in New Jersey.
That sperm traveled far, huh?
Clearly to this bitch. Meanwhile, she died not telling her other children who their real fathers were.
Wow. Left them out there.
So when they showed up at the funeral looking like nobody, we all just looked at them like, who the fuck are these people?
What the fuck is happening right now?
Who the fuck? And even they knew, because they went outside and just cried and drank, because they knew, like, we ain't related to these people. We don't know who the fuck our daddy is, and now this bitch is dead.
Yes, word.
So the only child he had with my father was that particular daughter that was born right after me,
Wow, that y'all know for sure.
because she was born right around the same time as me.
Yeah, which makes sense.
The rest of them fucking kids came like, wait. They didn't even know where.
You already know.
Like, even when they try to reach out to me, I'm like, y'all motherfuckers know we ain't
And you
related.
know, sometimes depends. Sperm can travel. Because I went to my grandfather's funeral. People who know me, who know my family personally, they know that my family is very huge. At 12 years old, I discovered who the fuck my grandfather even was and what the fuck he was doing. There was 72 kids that was listed on the little.
You know I know.
The little funeral pamphlet. Thing that they had.
72.
72. And there was grown ass people showing up.
Mm-hmm.
And it was women in the family who verified the shit. They weren't lying.
No, they weren't.
The kids who showed up who wasn't even on the fucking thing, they weren't lying, because there was like other women who were married to my grandfather. They was just like, yeah, that's so and so grandma.
Yep. Because when you
Right,
told me
his
your
name
family name, I was like, oh, I know who they are.
He had he could have had more, but he had 13 wives and 72.
Doo-doo,
Doo-doo.
doo-doo, doo-doo, doo-doo.
So I understand
Doo-doo.
what it's like when it comes to side families and stuff like that, because I've seen, I guess, when it comes to women in our family, they could have all been considered side families, but he never treated anyone in sides. He treated everyone equal.
But again, we're talking about the point of the show is
Knowing your
play
And
play
they
your
all-
position.
They all played.
Didn't they all play their position?
When he was dealing with one, the other two went on the side.
Hello.
With the kids. When he was dealing with another thing.
Hello.
The rest of them, some of the moves.
That's the point that I'm making.
Shout out to Shensia.
Even though my parents broke up when I was an infant, everybody knew that Sally was gonna die Mrs. Griffin.
Yes.
So when that bitch showed up,
Yes.
all you bitches know, go sit the fuck down. It was so deep that they knew when I showed up, sit the fuck down.
Right. Yeah.
Like, don't get out of pocket.
Yeah.
That's Sally's
shit
daughter.
together, right.
He married my mother.
Yeah.
And that made a difference.
Yeah.
So they knew when I showed up, don't get out of pocket.
And that's like my great grandmother now, because they knew that she was the last person with him before he even went to jail. So everybody respects her like
The hierarchy, right?
They
And-
understand it.
And that is what is missing.
They understand
Is that
shit
nobody is following the hierarchy and playing their position. Play your position.
Pick your position.
Know where you stand.
Yeah.
Know who you are in that equation.
So what's the advice for the young ladies coming up, or young men, who want to be side pieces or want to be, you know,
Okay.
with somebody in a relationship or something like that. Like,
So,
what could we let these people, like, what kind of advice
let's
could we
help.
give them?
Let's help them.
I would say use condoms. That's me.
Well, that's number one.
Yes.
Use condoms. Because
Gotta use condoms.
don't mistake who you are in this equation.
Exactly.
All right? Let's be honest.
Absolutely.
Be honest with yourself. And men, be honest with yourself about what you're out there doing, because don't think that it should fall all on the woman.
Yes.
If you know you nasty as fuck out there like that, right? I was telling the young man this earlier. 75% of New Yorkers have an STD or an STI. And this is a fact because I researched it.
75%.
So, and that's the 75% that's getting tested.
Yeah. Think about the people
Those
who
are the ones
not.
that are getting tested.
So the people who are not, that's going to go about to 80.
So,
at least.
we all in danger. So, men and women, know who you are and play your position. That's number one.
You got to.
Protect yourself.
Yeah, that's first.
If you don't give a fuck about nobody else, if you don't give a fuck about the woman or the man you lay next to every night, think about yourself.
Right.
You selfish bastard.
Yep.
And don't do that.
Yeah, don't put your partner in jeopardy. That's
Don't
one of
put
the main
anybody at risk.
Yeah, that's also even including your other side pieces and stuff like that.
Don't put
Agreed.
anybody. Well, that's why I said, because most people are selfish as fuck. So if you don't give a fuck about nobody else,
If
care
you don't
about yourself,
Yeah, exactly.
right?
If you don't care about
Because
anybody
let's just
else.
say, because if you doing it raw, like you don't really give a fuck. So just, if you only care about you, protect yourself. And know that even though you use condoms, skin-to-skin contact can
Still
create an STD or an STI.
Absolutely.
So,
But I would also say this. If you are, because I think about sometimes the positive ways that people could enjoy these types of situations.
okay.
If you are somebody who's looking to be into a side relationship or, you know, a situation with someone who might be involved with someone else,
Okay.
know where you stand, know what situation you're getting into, and enjoy it for what it is. Now, yes, sometimes ENFs, shout out to DJ UncleTone,
ENFs,
the E's and
DJ
the F's.
UncleTone, the E's and F's.
Right. They sometimes get, you know, involved in other things. Sometimes you become more, you know, subjected to your feelings, but you have to just sometimes stay centered and realize what you do enjoy about the situation that you're in.
But
if you
isn't-
enjoy hooking up late at night, then
But,
leave it at that.
but isn't that what happens with relationships? You get, well, situationships. You get more involved than you think you're going to be. And
Most of the
either
time,
party can get more emotional than they
And
intend
usually
to.
one person's always going to be more involved or
Yes.
more loving than, you know,
And I
the
find
other.
that this is just what I have found, just human nature with women. Because we're internal, we take on more of it.
Yeah,
And
we
we
do.
don't like to admit that we care more than we do.
Exactly.
When we start to lie to ourselves, this is what I tell female friends that come to me for advice about this kind of shit all the time. Lie to your mama.
Yeah.
Lie to me.
Don't lie to yourself.
Don't lie to yourself.
Hello.
Because if you care more than you intended to, that's all right. That's human.
It's natural. And
It's
it can
human.
Happen. It can happen. But also, I say this
Let me
to
go
you,
even deeper
you gotta
than that.
understand the
It's
reality.
happened to all of us.
Of course.
Let's be honest.
Of course.
It's
for
happened to all of
myself,
us.
I know.
Me too.
I've been in situations like, hey,
Me
I'm caught
too.
up, I'm out here. I'm
Me
feeling
too.
this guy.
Me too.
Now I'm into it with this guy, and I realize
too.
I now have to learn that this guy
Did
is
not
involved
know
with
that this.
someone else,
However,
or this guy has a situation.
so
But you have to still
this is
have
number
that reality check.
because this is number 3.
Go on.
Because number 2 is know the situation you're in
Protect yourself,
and
one.
protect yourself. 1,
2, know the situation.
know the situation you're in and act accordingly.
Yeah, 3 is act, yeah.
Number 3 is
Come on.
be realistic about what you're in.
Yes.
And this is my big number 3. Don't be fucking calling nobody. Stop calling people. Because on the real,
For
if
real.
you think that bitch don't know you exist,
Already.
you're out of your fucking mind.
Already.
She knows you
And
exist.
the only reason why I say that though, because some females, if you play both sides, then you know what exists on the other side, and you know how you would feel. So for me, even being in those situations that I was in, I played my position. I kept it.
'Cause
cool.
what else could you
Because
do?
I knew what it was, and I knew how I would feel if I was in a union with
What else
someone.
could you do?
I knew how I would feel. I knew that there was nothing going to be gained of
None.
contacting someone. I'm not trying to contact someone because I don't want to fuck up the money that he's giving me.
Well, or
taking-
even the
or if he takes
relationship
care of me. Right.
that you're in,
You don't
that
wanna ruin what
that
exists.
that you love, obviously, because you're having sex. So obviously, this is something that you love.
Right.
So don't compromise that
Yeah.
with a phone call, a confrontation. With social media now, we can add that, or social media contact. Stop that shit.
Exactly.
Please don't do that.
Yeah.
You're not helping yourself or anybody else in this equation.
Yeah.
Just dead that right there.
Yeah. Sometimes you got
Don't
to.
do that.
Sometimes you got to, man.
Just don't do that.
Yeah.
What do you think number 4 should be?
Ooh. Number 4, I really would have to say, living your truth.
Don't
Living your
be
truth.
honest about what you're dealing
Be
with.
honest, which would bring clarity.
Good point. So number 4 is clarity.
Yeah, you know what? That's probably better. Number
That's
4
a
would be
good one.
clarity.
Number 4 is clarity. Thank you,
Clarity.
J-Lo.
Thank you, J-Lo. Yes.
Number 4,
Knowing
I like that.
clarity. And I feel like number 5 should be,
We need to make number 5 a big one. Can we just
I wanna say
round
live
all
your
this
life.
bullshit out?
I don't want to say live your life,
You should.
but I think that's where I'm coming to.
You should say.
And I want to give a shout out to Shensia. I seen her at BRT Weekend. Great performance. She has a song called Blessed out
Hi,
now.
baby.
It's a big track. Big tune there. Big tune there.
Don't let me
Yes.
forget to shout my girl out at the
Oh,
end,
yes,
Amy.
we do have to shout Amy out, but yes. Yes.
I like that.
Yeah.
I like that for number 5.
Live your life.
Live your life.
Yeah, because don't get wrapped up in anybody else's situation or forget about what you already have going on, you know, or forget about the reason why you decided to deal with that person. If you dealt with that person because you enjoyed their company, then enjoy just that.
Live that.
Enjoy that.
And can
Don't
I
ruin
just
that.
can I just add this as like a footnote to number 5?
Please.
One thing I can say for sure about Vanessa Smilez and Precenda Griffin, we don't take our eyes off our own paper for no matter what the fuck that nigga's doing. All day long. We talk every week about what we doing to better what we're
Yes.
trying to do.
Despite
It don't give
whatever
a
nigga that's
shit.
around.
And we will have the whole conversation about what's going on in our personal lives. So it's like, so anyway,
Anyways, outside of that nigga.
outside of that nigga, so what we doing this week?
Right.
This is what we trying to do.
Hello.
This how we trying to better ourselves. Girl, we need t-shirts. What do you think about cups? This is
What
where
color we doing this?
What color we doing that?
Yeah.
Okay, so we going to
The
such and
plans
such.
for your personal life should never be halted for a situation if you're dealing with it.
Please
Shouldn't be.
keep your game plan
Tight.
always tight. Focus on what you're here to do. Because regardless to what my romantic life has ever been,
Yeah.
and them niggas know who they are,
Ooh, them niggas do know yeah.
they have never, ever stepped on my game.
And you know why? Because we are not going to allow them to.
Ever in a million years. Quick story, back in the day when I was a professional singer, right?
Hey.
And like I was in a relationship with this man. We had been together for years or whatever.
Yeah.
And so one day he was trying to talk to Rah to me, and he bended me over. I'm like, nigga, I'm performing tonight. Are you out of your fucking mind? I know you don't think you're gonna drag me across the sheets right now.
Not right now.
Not right motherfucking
There's
now.
not shit to do.
This is how real he knows how I am, right?
Okay.
He started laughing. Cause he was like, yeah, you don't give a fuck about no dick when it's time for you to go get that. Like, yeah,
Goddamn
nigga,
right.
you know me.
Goddamn right.
You know me.
Goddamn right.
I don't take my eyes off my paper, ever.
Absolutely.
Vanessa Smilez don't take her eyes off her fucking paper,
At
ever.
all. At all.
At all.
And even as a younger person, like I could say that I looked away from the paper sometimes, because sometimes you do get wrapped up in someone
Yeah,
who
but
you truly
you-
love. But I don't take my eyes off it. I might look away like 2 minutes, but my eyes are still looking this way.
Hello.
I might be looking at you,
And
but my eyes turn right back
and
around.
let's make
But
sure
the
that
time
we
is right.
keep this universal. We talking about brothers too.
Men and
because
men
for
do that
men,
same shit too.
you get wrapped up in
You
some
get wrapped
crazy
in
bitch,
pussy, you-
some
pussy
side
good,
pussy,
pussy
whatever.
good, you forget.
Listen, don't be fucking up your job.
Right, over some side pussy.
Cause you gotta
your
go outside
livelihood.
and call this bitch every 5 minutes,
Right.
or text her, or trying to roll up and see where she at. Keep your eyes on your paper, nigga,
For your livelihood. No, we're not doing
for
that.
your livelihood.
We're not doing that at all.
So that is the Smile 69 Network, 1 through 5. Am I right, Vanessa?
Yes.
That's the 1 through 5.
That's it.
You should know.
And ultimately, it's leading up to playing your position.
Play your position,
All of these
please.
things factor into that. But Precenda, so what is going on with roller skating in the 19th? Okay.
Oh my
Please
God.
enlighten us, because shout
So-
out to everybody who used to go to Empire. You guys know who you are. But yes.
My sweet girl, Amy Collado, who has a roller skating event.
Can we follow her on Instagram?
You can follow her on Butters Roll
Okay.
on Instagram. So I got shut out of a Friday event that I used to go to all the time.
I remember you mentioned that.
She was very mean and very hostile every time I went. But I kept going because it was her followers that kept inviting me.
Right.
So the
They
last
get a
time I
life
went,
party.
right, because y'all know I bring the fun,
Yeah.
right? So the last time I went, she asked me to leave the rink. And so I was like, you know what? I'm not even trying to do this with this bitch. It's not that serious for me as it is for her. So I stopped going. So again, I run into her followers. They're like, please come, please come, please come. One of the girls, my homegirl Lisa, that works at Lakeside at Prospect Park, begged me to
Lakeside at
come.
Prospect Park.
Lakeside at Prospect Park, begged me to come. That night, she introduced me to Amy Collado, who is Butter Roll.
Ah, okay.
So she named it, this is the best story ever. She named it Butter Roll because remember back in the day you could get a butter roll and a coffee for $1?
Yes.
That's why she named it Butter Roll.
Oh my God.
So, like, look how funny life is, right? So I just met her like 3 weeks ago. She showed me a video. She said, do you know you were at my first birthday party? I'm like, get the fuck out of here. She was like, yes. She said, I can show you the video.
And you were just out there
There
living your
you
best
are. I was
life,
just there.
not worried about
right,
anybody's
just
birthday.
showing up. She was like, look, I'm going to show you. She showed me the video. There I am whipping around in the rink
Hey.
at her birthday party.
Yes.
And turns out the event that she had this past Thursday was her annual birthday party.
Oh wow.
So I went to her birthday party event.
Yeah.
Now, here's the thing. So Amy won't get a contract next year. We always talk about like supporting black business.
Yes.
But we don't seem to really put our money where our mouth is,
Right.
where black women are concerned.
That's important.
But she invited me specifically. Please, Precenda, come. I want you there. I don't know how that other bitch behaved towards you, but I want you there as my guest. So I was feeling apprehensive, but I went.
Yes.
She waited for me to get there. Walked me over, armband on. I don't have to pay for anything. She got me all covered.
Aw.
The dopest shit ever. She had, Tone, I thought about you. She had 3 female DJs.
Yeah, that's crazy. I remember you
Oh,
told
these
that.
bitches turned it out on the 1s and 2s.
Oh, shit.
I kept trying to get cake, but every time my song came on, I was like, I gotta go. It's my fucking song.
Hey.
Bitch, I got to turn up.
Yes.
I had the best time ever.
Oh man.
So Amy's next event is September 19th.
September 19th.
Yes, from 7 to 10:30 p.m.
Okay.
You won't be there.
Where the fuck am I gonna be, Uncle Tom?
We got 2 parties.
Shut up. Do we?
Yeah.
I can't whip around for 5 minutes.
Maybe you can. What time?
From
is the
7
event?
to
We'll
10:30.
make it work.
What
Can I
time is
make
her
it work
event?
like in the beginning of the night?
Well, we know how to put you in my back seat.
What time is her event?
7 to 10:30.
So you show up. Yeah. You
If I get there
show
at
up to
7
I
on the
can throw you
dot.
in
Show
my
up to
back.
La Liga late.
Okay.
I throw you in the back seat.
I knew the 19th was sticking out for some reason.
I throw you in the back seat.
But I do want to really, try to, at least show
at
up
least show face.
for
That's great.
her event because, she's cool like that, and we trying to get her the contract for the following year.
Yeah, we gotta support black business.
Because she had to actually do a petition to even get the event.
Oh wow. Where's
Yeah.
it gonna be at?
It's going to be at Lakeside Skating Rink at Prospect Park.
Okay.
Right at the entrance of Parkside and Ocean Avenue.
Okay. Nice.
And she's like the coolest chick ever.
I like
So warm, so open.
Sure.
I was telling her about the show. I told her about you. I told her about the Grown Man Show.
No,
So she was like, oh my God, next year we got to make a better plan and we can have that be a thing
Oh yeah.
one night.
We could do like a Sunday Smile 69.
Could we make that like a
skating
thing?
shit.
What we doing? What we
Skating,
doing?
smile skating.
So, but I do want to,
Yeah. Let the people
really
know,
give her
right.
a shout out because she was really amazing to me and all of her people were amazing to me. They treated me like a celebrity.
That's beautiful, man. That's beautiful.
So-
You are a celebrity.
You are a celebrity.
I am, right?
You are a celebrity.
I love
We
y'all
got
so much.
celebrities tuning in tonight. Shout out to Shamsia. She tuned into the show. I've been
Thanks.
following her for a minute now. And she's
All right,
amazing.
girl.
Seen her at BRT weekend. Great performance. Great
So
performance.
what did we figure out with playing your position?
We did the 5 rundowns.
We did the 1 through
We did
5.
the 1 through
Okay, let's
5.
go through it again. 5
Sorry,
rundowns.
for the people who didn't hear it, the 5 solutions. The first one was.
The first one was
I used to smoke a lot of weed, so I'm sorry, I forgot. But yes, first one was I forgot. Know your.
play your position, not know it, play
your
it.
Position.
Calm down.
Yeah.
Well, you can't play it if you don't know it.
Yeah.
Well, we
Yeah.
gave them the other following
Right.
4.
Because
All right.
the third one was clarity.
Right.
No. First one was protect yourself. That's what it was.
That's
Protect
what,
yourself.
yeah.
First one was protect yourself.
Protect yourself.
Protect
So,
yourself in all situations.
in all situations.
Second one, I'm trying to remember what it was. We have to listen to playback.
Oh my God, Vanessa smokes a lot of weed, and I'm a hot mess no
I'm
matter
sorry.
what.
The
I
third
know. I
one-
know. Hold on. Can we get this alarm out of? This is in my ear hard.
I am trying to stop it right now. I got it. Got it.
All right.
All right.
Yeah, the first one was definitely protect,
Protect yourself.
I
Protect
remember
yourself.
that vividly.
Protect yourself emotionally.
Emotionally, physically, all of that.
And
Okay.
Set
sexually.
up boundaries in your life to make sure that
Okay.
your life can remain stable no matter what you're engaging
As the main person or
in. As the main
the
or
side
even
person.
the side, both.
Okay.
If you are a
Both
side piece and
sides.
you know he's in a relationship.
That's
hey,
right.
Probably you should put on a condom.
Yep. Protect yourself.
Or if you are the main person and you know you're dealing with a side piece, maybe that side piece person should know where you live at. Boundaries.
should know.
Should not.
Yeah.
Boundaries.
Protect yourself.
As the person who's engaging in either side of this situation,
That's
you
right.
should know how to protect yourself and organize your life in a certain way so no one gets hurt.
Right.
No one
Okay.
gets hurt, no one, nothing happens as far as detriment to anyone who's involved in
Right.
the situation.
Right.
Second one, I'm trying to remember what that was. I think it was something about playing your position though.
Play your position.
No,
Well,
knowing,
'cause
I was awareness, because it's like knowing your position. Sorry.
Being
your
aware.
position, being aware, being clear on what's happening
And
around you, being assured what's.
don't
gonna be
kid
happening.
yourself about where you're at.
Don't psych yourself out.
Right.
Right.
Don't psych yourself out.
Yes.
Don't convince yourself that you are more than you think you are.
Hello.
Know
Yes. No.
where you are in
And where you
this.
stand.
Because, like I said to Vanessa, I have one thing that I say to women that ask me for advice. Lie to your mama, lie to me, but don't lie to yourself.
Priscilla
You know
has
what
told
the
me
fuck
this
this
on
is,
several occasions.
right?
There you go.
You know what the fuck this is.
Priscilla has told me this on several
You
occasions.
know what
All
this
right.
is.
What's the next one?
The third one was clarity.
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 Being clear.
Be clear.
Being clear on what your intentions are, where you plan to have this go, what you'd like to see be turned out from this type of
And be clear about what the fuck you really are in.
Yeah.
All right.
Because it don't matter where the fuck you think this ought
What's
to
the
go.
fourth one?
I'm trying to remember the fourth one. I don't remember what the fourth one is. But I do remember the fifth one.
Go back to 5.
Oh,
That's
what's-
the one I
what's
like.
5?
Live your life.
Live your life.
Live your life.
Sometimes people get lost in so much tragedy or so many things that are negative. Sometimes you gotta remember, even if you are in a side situation or whatever your situation is, or in a relationship or married, remember why you decided to deal with this person. Remember why you enjoyed getting with this person in the first place. Don't get lost in all of the negativity or all of the things that can transpire due to negative reactions.
And-
Enjoy things.
And can I encapsulate?
Yes.
This is what I like to call keep your eyes on your own fucking paper. All right? No matter what this situation may be that you are in, because we all end up in EFs. Am I right? And
E's and F's.
E's and F's.
E's and F's.
If you think for
Emotions
a
and
minute
feelings, people.
that you are not going to be feeling emotions and feelings, just know that. But keep your eyes on your own fucking paper.
Hello.
Meaning, like, if you're a woman and you feeling all kind of E's and F's, don't be fucking up somebody else's life. Keep your eye on your own shit.
Yeah,
What is your
exactly.
intention for your own fucking life?
Yeah.
It don't matter what your intention is for this man you're seeing or this woman that you're seeing. Keep your eyes on your own fucking paper. If you some dude and you know that you dealing with, you got a side piece, don't be fucking taking your eyes off your job.
Hello.
Keep your shit game tight.
Yeah.
Don't be walking away from your
Stabilize.
desk when you're supposed to be doing shit at work so you can be
Talk to
tracking
this
this
bitch.
bitch
No.
and trying to talk to her on social media. Stop it. Keep your eyes on your own fucking paper.
I'm
Yes,
right.
E's and F's. We all have them.
But don't
We
let those
all
sidetrack
have them.
you.
If you think you can kid yourself and think that you are not gonna feel E's and F's, you're crazy. You will.
Everybody will.
If you in there for more than 5 minutes If you fuck this nigga more than 3 times, you feel away.
More than once.
I was giving it 3 just to be nice.
Once could be a mistake.
Yeah, it can.
Anything after once, you like this shit.
I was trying to be nice,
You like this shit.
but you like it a lot.
Yeah.
By
like it
number
a lot.
3, you love it.
By number 3, you love it.
No, if you've done it 3 times, you love it a lot.
Yeah.
Like you love it a lot.
Some people do.
Right?
Yeah.
3 times?
And ain't nothing wrong with loving it. That's why I said
There's a
live
lot
your
of
life.
planning that goes
Enjoy
into it.
what exists around you.
And you're right.
And you know,
There's nothing wrong with
can I add like 6 and 7?
Go ahead. We don't mind.
Know who you dealing with.
Oh.
If this woman
Oh.
or this dude, right,
Oh.
say he's crazy, and he'll pop off.
Oh shit. You gotta know that.
Right. I didn't want to say it.
Oh
But
shit.
he'll say that, right, Priscilla?
Yes, the fuck they will.
You need to believe him.
Please
so
believe
you need
him.
to believe
So you don't
believe
throw
in
the
him.
dumpster somewhere.
Right. So you need to believe him or her, whatever position they're in, whether it's side piece, main,
Yeah, please
wife,
believe it.
hubby, whatever. Right. If you know who they are, you need to tread water
I made that mistake once.
lightly.
I made that mistake once.
Right.
That nigga showed up. I was like, oh my God, that nigga's here. Oh shit.
Because believe it or not, a side dude, right,
Right.
is not looking at you. Most side dudes, like true side dudes, are side dudes,
Okay.
right?
Right.
But if the
But
side
when they
dude,
come out of place-
if the side dude is
Ooh.
feels like he's a mister,
Oh shit. Yeah.
he got
He's different.
he got rules. He got a place. He got a leg
That's
to
what
stand
happened.
on.
That's what happened to me,
Because
yeah.
it's not. What happens is when everybody play the side people, side this, side that,
Right.
they forget
Yeah.
how they treat the person. So if you treat him right
Yeah.
as if he's the king, and you tell him, well, you're the king, or you tell her,
Yeah.
you're so and so,
Yeah.
right? Regardless of her knowing
Shit.
what position she's in, you done told her she's in another place.
You sure did.
You told him he's in another
You sure
place.
did.
So now when he responds accordingly,
Responding from that position.
he's responding from that
And he
position
will.
that you gave him yourself.
And he will.
Sure too.
And he will.
And he will.
And he will.
And you don't want that. I'm here to tell you.
No, you don't want that. You don't want that.
Because you can look at the wall all you want to act like that nigga ain't in the room, but he is there.
He is in the
He's
room
there.
and watching.
Look, this is the
He's
movie you
watching.
make. You're like, oh, that don't work. Because I've tried that. Like just looking away.
No,
That's not
no,
about to calm a
that,
nigga down.
that don't work.
It doesn't work at all.
That don't work. I'm
That nigga's
sorry.
thinking about more than just that look.
This nigga about to flip out and turn over the shrimp bowl. He gonna black the fuck out at this party, and he gonna fucking turn over the bowl, and like it's just gonna be
Right.
ugly.
Because you could be playing around, be like, all right, well, I'm having fun. You know, this is doing that, da, 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 da. He gets it, da, 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 da.
Oh,
And
yeah.
and then you told him some other shit? Or
That
you,
nigga
You
is-
told her you're the wife?
That nigga's mad
What?
emotional.
It's a rap.
I
She-
mean,
And
you
I
have a right
and
to
I
be
ID
there.
discovery, right?
You know
find
that's my
out.
shit.
These
You-
motherfuckers kill people.
Well,
Yeah.
and I keep telling people that is not just a show. This is real shit that
This
happened to
is
real
real shit.
people.
Bitch, you could come up missing.
Right. And now my number 7, you had 5.
Yes.
I just gave you 6.
You sure did.
My number 7 is
I didn't even think about that one.
real talk. I don't care what it is.
Go,
And I said it today earlier, and I said we was going to talk about it for a second.
go.
This ain't the 60s.
Hello.
This ain't free love. I'm sorry.
Well,
If you're married and have a mistress or a mister, that person is either married and has a mistress or a mister, and that person either has a mistress or a mister or a side piece.
you know what? You gave me clarity on that. I didn't even think about it like from that
chain goes
further
so
the
point.
chain goes so far, and right now
Yep.
the Bronx is high in STDs,
What did I just say?
super high in STDs.
What did I just say
Followed by
about the
Staten
numbers?
Island. Staten Island is number 1 for syphilis right now.
What did I just
Staten
say?
Island is number 1 for syphilis, right? Now, You think people on Staten Island stay in Staten Island?
Hello,
They come to the city.
Vanessa. What did I just say
You
about the
understand what I'm
stats? Right? What I just say about the
75%
stats?
in people in New York City have
75%
Right.
of New Yorkers, period,
Have
have
STDs.
STDs or STIs.
Right. So at the end of the day,
you can't break
if you playing this game, if you have a main, that's the one you don't use a condom with,
Yep.
right? If you got a side piece,
That's organized.
if you have a side piece, I don't care if you getting your pussy licked. You need
Hello.
a dental dam,
Yeah.
Hello.
okay?
Truth be told, I've never used a dental dam.
Listen. I have
Me
a
neither,
friend
Vanessa.
that caught gonorrhea from a blowjob.
See?
Right.
Because people don't think that can happen.
Right.
I mean,
So
yeah, I know.
now, if a dude could get gonorrhea
Hello.
from a blowjob,
We're at
imagine
What do you think
if
you can
what a woman could do,
Yep.
what a woman could
Right,
get
sorry, we can get anything.
from that. And you know, with gonorrhea, a woman knows later than a man. A man
Yep.
knows within 3 days.
Yep.
He's
Yeah,
burning.
Because it's painful to
Right.
have sex for a
Right.
man.
He can't pee.
He can't pee.
You understand what I'm saying? Right. A woman could go for 21 to 30 days without
Now,
knowing
look
she
how
got
long
gonorrhea.
that is.
That's a long
But you
time.
know what?
And
You-
if you're promiscuous,
Oh,
right? How much times you spreading that?
wow.
And I'm gonna tell you, everybody's wrap it up. I don't give a fuck, man. I know 3 dudes that got burned by a
Hello.
woman, and they all wore condoms.
How about that?
Damn.
Because
She was super wet. She
Well.
was super wet, and she rolled all of them.
wow.
The juices rolled up inside the condom.
Wait, I just told a dude that today. Skin to skin. You're bumping up against skin to skin.
Yeah.
But you know what? You pointed that out to me that made me think about it like a further chain. When you said, like, think about this, P. Like, you got a dude and he might be your side dude or whatever the case may be.
Your side dude got a bitch,
Your side dude got a bitch.
right?
And then you
now-
don't know who that bitch is fucking with.
Right, and you don't know who else he's fucking with.
And you
'cause
don't
he's
know
your
who else
side
he
dude.
fucking with because he's my side dude. So let's just say, being nice, he got one extra woman, but like you told me, she's fucking a dude and a guy, a dude and a woman. So she licking
Right.
pussy
You
and
eating pussy third party.
Third party.
You don't even know it.
yep.
You don't even know
Oh, and she sucking dick. So you sucking dick, you don't even know about third party.
it. Right, because in the days we live in now, everybody shaves, so nobody's worried about crabs.
Right.
Right? But chlamydia,
Hello.
syphilis, right?
Hello.
Gonorrhea
Hello.
is at a high. So is HPV.
Yep.
So is HPV.
And-
And trick. And trick.
Oh, Trick is back. Oh,
Trick. What trick? What?
So Trick never left. Okay.
Trick
God
never left.
damn.
And you know that's the number one if you fucking around with 2 different
Shit.
people
You could get
unprotected.
tricked from just not washing your ass properly too.
Right.
Oh,
Trick-
right.
trick
I
is
forgot
back.
about that. That's like,
Right. Trick is back. So, you know, I understand people having fun. This ain't the 60s though, man. This ain't free love.
man, this shit, listen.
This
You
is
gotta
not
love
free
your
love.
life and live your life, but structure yourself in an appropriate way.
You have to
But I'm
structure yourself
glad that
up.
you brought up, 7, because,
7 is important.
yeah, that's important.
Yeah.
You're right.
Yes.
But you know what? If like I also feel like this. If we have to continuously reiterate that there's STDs out there, then y'all niggas is fucking up.
But you know what?
Of course he fucking up.
E's and
She
F's.
just said 75% of New York City residents. I remember reading the paper 15 years ago. The headline said 45% of New York residents are affected with the HIV virus.
Well,
I said, what? Now we done eliminated that,
Yeah.
right? So syphilis,
So now everything else is
gonorrhea,
going
chlamydia, right? Trick is on the rise.
yep.
How crazy is that? It's fucking free love. Free
Listen.
love my ass.
There's nothing free about love anymore. I'm
okay?
gonna say
Listen,
this.
I knock on wood. I'm gonna tell y'all family.
Right.
I've never had anything.
Me either. Thank
The
God.
moment I catch something, y'all know it's going down.
I know what's
I'm
up.
going to jail.
You ain't gotta say no
I'm going
more.
to jail. The moment I catch something,
Somebody ain't gonna make it.
I'm going down.
Somebody is not
Always
going
And
to
you
make
play this
it.
back.
I play this.
I'm going down. I'm going to jail. the moment. I've never had nothing in my
And I will
life.
put something in your
No
commissary.
STD, no nothing, no herpes, no nothing.
I'll put something in
And they say,
That's
yeah.
why I left the sex industry, because I don't want to catch anything.
And they,
Exactly.
and they say like with herpes or whatever, like most people you can't show it or whatever. That's cool.
You can still test for that shit.
You
okay?
get tested
You
for
still
it.
get tested for that.
I'm sorry. You can get tested for it.
Yes, you can.
My
You gotta
shit is
ask for it,
clean.
though. They not
Hello.
trying-
The
they not
moment
trying
I
to get
catch
those
something-
tests out.
So,
You gotta
well,
ask for it.
What?
well, we know. Okay,
What?
I know what's up now. Tone.
Bum bum Billy.
Bum.
Okay.
Bum.
Shouts
bum.
to Juve. Happy
New
Labor
York
Day,
City,
everybody.
it's crazy
Oh
to be
my
today.
God, I'm
We
so
are
excited.
Signing out. It's your girl Vanessa Smilez, Precenda _Inc. and DJ Uncle
That's
Tone. We are signing out. Enjoy your weekend, people.
Shouts
Stay
to the
safe.
SIG.
And
Shouts
and
to the SIG.
The SIG is out there.
Shout out to the SIG.
Shouts to the SIG.
All right.
S0L0_.
Shout out to the SIG.
Strong.
Yeah.
Shouts to the SIG.
Yes.
Shouts to Precenda, aka Don't
Make
Make
it up.
me get up.